Hello, it's Pastor Goodman, and I want to talk with you about the role of the Nominations and Leadership Development Committee in the life of a local United Methodist Church. Now, that's a long title, and most often we shorten it simply to the Nominations Committee. But I can't remember the exact year, maybe 2012, 2008, we did make a change in the discipline, which it is referred to now as the Nominations and Leadership Development team, because in addition to nominating people, you also need to help them understand what it means to be a leader. As a matter of fact, if you're watching this video right now, you are engaging in the process of leadership development as you are hearing me talk about what it means to be a member of the Nominations and Leadership Development team. When you look at this particular team, it has really two main functions. On the one hand, the job of the team is to nominate. That is to bring to the attention of the church the names of persons which the team feels are capable of providing leadership in the various areas of ministry and administration that are needed for the local church to operate effectively, efficiently, and appropriately. So in addition to making the nominations, which I assume they're done in a prayerful manner because that's the way that I approach it. Oh, by the way, the Nominations and Leadership Development team is the only group within the church that is chaired by the pastor. All other teams are chaired by laypersons. There is an option to use a layperson as chair of this team if the local church so desires, but typically it's the pastor that's in charge of this team because the pastor is perhaps the person most keenly aware of those individuals within the congregation that might have the necessary gifts and graces to lead in some manner as suggested by the committee. And so in the fall of each year, the committee will meet and go through a process at which names will be suggested for leadership roles. These names will then be presented to the administrative board. The administrative board will present those names then to the charge conference. And the charge conference then will elect those persons, and beginning in January 1 of the following year, normally these things happen in the fall months, everyone continues then or begins to serve or continues serving. One of the interesting things that we have to understand is that most nominations, most teams within the church work on a panel basis, meaning that there is a rotating 3-year panel of persons so that, basically so that you just don't run out of leadership all at once. If you had to replace everybody every year, then you would lose any continuity of leadership. And so by the rotating 3-year panel process, we are able to keep a continuity of leadership from year to year within the various committees. However, once you get nominated, it's then important for you to begin to understand what it means to lead the particular committee to which you have been assigned or approved or nominated. Or elected, that might be another word, since you are elected by the charge conference. And that's where the second part of the Nominations and Leadership Development comes in. We need to be able to help you understand what it is to be a leader if you are the person that's in charge of a committee, or what it means to be a member of a committee if that's what your role is. And one of the ways we are doing that is through this particular website at which you are currently viewing this video. And so to serve on the Nominations and Leadership Development team means that you need to be a person that is, aware of the gifts and graces of the persons around you in the congregation. And when that time comes, you need to say, yes, person X might fit pretty good with this role Y that we're trying to find someone to fill. And so your prayerful job is to suggest the persons that would be best suited to lead our church.